Get ready for another microdose. And hey, if this information is jiving with you, then check out the full episode. The link is in the show notes. Enjoy the ride.
Again, after asking myself that simple question, what does it mean to be a man? I started doing my own personal research about manhood and masculinity. And I came up with these 5 illusions. And what I've discovered is these 5 illusions are basically the groundwork for most pain and suffering in a man's life. Because when we're trapped in these illusions, we will never fully grasp who we truly are as human beings, and we'll be blindsided by all this societal and cultural conditions. So illusion number 1, and this is the most destructive one, is to be a man, you must be non-emotional and disconnected.
Yeah.
We live in a culture, a society that says feelings are for women. Men aren't supposed to express emotion. Men aren't supposed to feel. So the only permission we have to express the feeling is anger. You know,
right.
If anger, oh, he's just a man.
Yeah.
But
we've talked about that on the show before. That's the only acceptable behavior of men is anger. Everything else has to be stoic, or, hey, you just do it behind closed doors if you do it at all. So I love that. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
No. So for a man to say, you know what? I'm really scared right now. You know, I'm scared of, and I remember when I was going through my divorce, I didn't have that support system to say, you know, I'm terrified of what's going to happen to my kids, you know? And so being willing to express the sadness, you know, of going through a divorce and losing everything. I remember sitting down one night after losing my kids. And I mean, I just broke down, and it was just almost unbearable because I loved my kids so much, but I didn't have, number one, I wasn't open and honest enough to even share this with anybody. First of all,
right.
I was in my little bubble, just crying my eyes out, trying to figure out how to fix everything. But I didn't know the importance of having a support system to talk about some of these things. So that illusion is what keeps men, because I believe the 3 most difficult words for any man to say are, I need
help.
Oh, yeah. Or I'm sorry. But I am help. I would rank number 1. Yes.
Oh, for sure. Oh, man.
Once again, because as men, we've been conditioned that we aren't supposed to feel. We're supposed to be tough, and, you know, we're supposed to be rigid and all of that. But see, that's what's causing so much pain and suffering in our lives, because we don't give ourselves permission to feel and to express those feelings. So that's illusion number 1.
That's brilliant. Thank you.
And the result of that, and I have to share this story because after my divorce, I really struggled with relationships. And what happened was the relationship would last 2 to 3 weeks, and the women were all saying the same thing as they left. Here's what they would say. Oh, I care too much about you to stay in this relationship. How much sense does that make? You care about me, but you're leaving, right? But then they would say this. The main reason I'm leaving is because you're emotionally unavailable.
Oh, wow.
And at the time, it didn't make sense to me, because my argument was, I'm a good guy. I believe in monogamy. I'm not running the streets. I'm a provider, you know, all those things. But I didn't know how to connect emotionally. Now, I had a bunch of stuff that I needed to deal with, which we'll talk about in a minute, but I had to be willing to look at that. But that whole illusion is that men aren't supposed to be emotional. And so I was completely shut down emotionally, and that's why I couldn't connect with women. So that was illusion number 1. So I'll leave it open for you if you got a question, and then we'll jump to the next illusion.
Oh, that's a good one. And I felt that too. Like, I went through divorce. I'm on my second marriage. I did not have kids, so I can only imagine how that complicates things and adds to the fear, which is, you know, a feeling, right? You're feeling that fear. Feeling sadness on top of it, feeling, like a failure, right? I know that's a big one for men, but we don't want to express any of those. So, because expressing those will even compound on that feeling of failure. Oh, I'm expressing sadness, or not even just expressing it, feeling it. I'm feeling sadness. I'm feeling fear, and therefore I am a failure. So it's just this downward spiral. So I fully believe that is an impossible thing to do. And that is an illusion that we teach society. And, you know, I've got a young boy, I've got a young son, and there at one point, Will and I have talked about this before. There was a part in me that was like, when he was crying, and he was much younger than he is now, I'll be like, "Hey man, boys don't cry." And that's just which, I've since changed and I know I have evolved and thankfully he's growing through that, and he cries now. I mean, he cries when he's hurt. He cries when he's sad, but he also just cries. He just cries, which is totally fine. So sorry. I digress, brother.
But here's the thing. The most overwhelming feeling for me was shame.
Oh, for most men, I feel that too.
It was the shame of going through a divorce and feeling like a failure. Boy, that was just, it was like, man, I can't even put into words the shame. And there's a guy named John Bradshaw wrote an amazing book called Healing the Shame That Binds You. And it really helped me identify and deal with that toxic shame, he calls it. But that's something that we as men don't talk about. I mean, that shame was just, it's as if, it's a feeling of there's something wrong with me inherently. There's, I'm defective in some way. Right. So it's a really powerful feeling that will drive negative behavior.
Hey, thanks for joining us on this journey. Small doses lead to big changes. If you're vibing with this snippet, then take a listen to the full episode by clicking the link in the show notes. If you would like to plug in deeper to what we're doing, head to mentalkingmindfulness.com or text MTM to 33777. Until next time, peace.